Alright guys, what's up? Today I figured I would switch it up just a little bit from the silver coins and bullion and check it out. All the jewelry that I actually wear all of this every day. Every day I wear it. Uh, Most of it I take off for bed, but the necklaces I'll sleep in, the rings, usually I'll just take off my watch and a couple of rings to sleep in, but for the most part the stuff never comes off. Eat, sleep, shower, everything in it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start making the rounds because I know there was a couple requests for a jewelry video, so we'll start with this guy right here. This guy, I mean, he's a cool little ring, but it's just one of those cheap little Japanese sterling silver $30 rings that I found on eBay a long, long time ago. But I like it. I'm wearing it now as a pinky ring. I'll continue to wear it until I can find something else. But right now, that's just what I'm wearing on my left pinky. Uh, yeah, so I want to replace it with something nicer. I've got some stuff in mind, but I've got to get the money first. But alrighty, over here we have these two chains. They're stainless steel. So the only silver one I have is this one that I got on Instagram. But hopefully soon I'll get, what is this? I think this is 4 millimeter and this is 2 millimeter. So I need a 4 and a 2 millimeter silver chain for these. But here we go. This here is a little 3 gram star that I won from Penny Dog. So when I got it, I just took a tack and put a tack through it and put a little ring on it. And now I wear it on my chain every day. And these two little 1 gram miniature walking liberties right here, these are really cool, but they're so tiny, so tiny. So I put them on with the star just to be able to wear some bullion and pure silver around. I like them. They're pretty cool, but probably one of these days I'll take these off and put it in with my fractional silver, so I don't lose them, because I'd probably be pretty upset if I lost them. Over here is the R initial charm. Most of this jewelry, well, almost all of the jewelry, is Bill Wall leather. You can find him on Instagram. He has a YouTube, but he hasn't done anything with it in quite a few years. But this guy is like the jeweler of jewelers. He's done stuff from, I mean, all the rock stars, movie stars. I mean, everybody in Hollywood. He's been featured in movies. I mean, everything. This guy makes jewelry for all the A-list people. So I was quite lucky when I was working to be able to purchase some of this jewelry from him. So if you guys don't know him, please go check him out. It's billwallleather.com. I'll put it down in the description. But this is just a little bitty initial charm for my last name, Reese. I really like it. I really enjoy it. It's small, but then again, like for necklaces, I don't really want it to be too big because I wear multiple. So, I mean, it's really, and he also does engraving on the back of everything. And with Bill Wall, he can either just take it off the shelf like this and, you know, hand make it right then and there, because everything is made to order. He don't have stuff just like sitting in boxes and then send it to you. And all the silver is brand new silver. It's not reused silver. It's not stuff that was messed up and melted down and then reused. No. He uses brand new bullion grade, high grade silver and does everything himself in California. So, like I said, this is his little R initial charm, but he has one for every letter, and he has them in 3 different sizes. This is the smallest, but he also has a medium and a large. Eventually, I like to get the medium or the large, because the large is maybe only like, inch and a half, whatever. Past that, over here we have just a nice little Scully charm that I've had for quite a few years that I wear around every day. It's nothing special. It's sterling silver. All this jewelry is going to be sterling silver. This is, I mean, it's got some weight to it. It's really cool. I enjoy it. Maybe one of these days I'll replace this with another Bill Wall leather charm. But for right now, this little guy hangs out with me every day, just chilling. Right here is a cross. Of course, again, this is Bill Wall leather. And actually, I bought this, which I'm going to have to make a video on, separate because it's a lot. This here is also Bill Wall leather. I wish this would focus. Yeah, like I said, Bill Wall leather. Also, I got this after I got out of the hospital a couple of years ago after almost bleeding out to death 4 or 5 times and 10 days in ICU and 6 or so surgeries all within 10 days and almost losing my leg and blah 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 blah. I'll make a video on that later, but I got this after I got out because I was very, very lucky to be alive and to have my leg. So, funny thing is, when I ordered this, they ended up sending it to the wrong address, and I got a hold of them, and they shipped me out another one. But before the new one got to me, FedEx realized that they screwed up and went back, got the package, and brought me this back. So I ended up getting 2 for the price of 1, which is, I mean, I would have sent it back, but I ended up using the other cross, and I'll show you where that ended up later in this video. But there's that little cross. I've had that since I've gotten out the hospital. And over here, you've seen this before in another video, but here's the sterling silver chain I got from actually AG Stacking on Instagram. And here's my little bar I've showed off before. I've always wanted the bezeled, 20 gram, half ounce Fortuna bar, but, those things are expensive. So I just hammered a hole through it, put a sterling silver loop on it, and now I wear it around until it decides to, that it wants to fall off, and and yeah, hopefully I'll be able to find it and keep it in my stack. But on over to this guy. This guy matches one of my rings over here as a set. This is just a good luck skull, little demon good luck skull, blue topaz, stones in the eyes. This thing usually runs, oh, I don't know, if you was to get this just like this off of Bill Wall, it would be close to $1,000. I was lucky and got it for around 400 bucks on sale from a guy that I came to know pretty well. Come on, focus. Yeah, there we go. So this is one of my other pride and joys here. I was really lucky to get this. You can see Bill Wall leather, BWL, sterling, copyright. Yeah, it's heavy. It weighs just as much or not more than this, the half ounce. So love that. Blue topaz is my favorite stone color besides the yellow citrine, which is my birthstone, but we'll get to that. Over here, we got this big heavy bastard. It's 61 grams. The other one's 51. This one is 61 grams. This was actually Bill Wall's personal ring that he made for himself. It was the first one he made as a Nosferatu collection. And in that collection, all the pieces had spiders on them, but this was the very first one he made. I was very, 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 very lucky to get this for it being his personal ring and for getting it for as cheap as I did, because this ring by itself, without the spider, without the stone, just simple, and not being his ring, starts out at $1,500. But back when I was working, I only paid, I think, like $700 for this, $700 for this. So I got that at a huge discount. And all of his jewelry comes in a nice velvet bag and a certificate of authenticity that's handwritten by him. And yeah, I was lucky to get this blue topaz. This is called the Graffiti Demon Master. He also has another one without the horns that I would love to get. It pretty much looks like that one, but just without the horns. I'd love to get it. I would love it, absolutely love it. But I love the way he does his jewelry with all these stamps. This is all hand done after he makes it and gets the mold done and everything. He'll go through and actually hand stamp every single one of these on every single ring. Like every time somebody orders them, and like I said, he hand engraves everything himself. Nobody else is allowed to do the engraving at his jewelry shop in Malibu, California. Right there, he has Nomad. Over there, you can see like all his own personal jewelry actually has this right here in it. If it'll focus. Oh well, it has B Heart A and then the date that they met. That's how you can tell if it was his personal piece of jewelry. All of his own personals gets that engraved in them. No other pieces has that engraved inside of them at all. And now so you can see number 1, just to let you know that it was the very first one ever made by... God, this has got to focus. This is... Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let me block out that light. It actually says by Bill Wall, 12/13/14, which I believe is the day that they got married. So December 13th, 2014 is when him and his wife got married, and all of his own personal jewelry has that date actually engraved inside of it. And on to this guy. This is just a good luck skull winged ring. I can't remember the actual name, but it has blue sapphire stones in it. Love it. This is also another pinky ring of mine, and on the back it has an 18 karat gold heart. Now this wasn't his own personal ring, but on the inside it was stamped Bill Wall leather, and then he also engraved with love Bill Wall right there. Next one. This ring is really special. A few years ago, I finally got a ring of his off of eBay, got it in, took pictures of it, and sent it to him to see how much it would cost to get stones put in it. Come to find out, the ring I got off of eBay was his wife's ring that was stolen at a jewelry show years before I got a hold of it. And she was like, well, it's yours. His wife was like, well, it sucks. That was my ring. It was stolen, but it's yours now. And I was like, you know what? No, it's your ring. It was stolen from you, and I will be happy to send it back to you. No problem. But I don't want to be out of the ring because it took 7 or 8 years for me to even be able to get one of his rings. And I told her, I was like, I also don't want to be out of the money. And she was like, well, we'll just do a trade. Next thing I know, I have Bill Wall himself video calling me, and he says he will give me whatever piece of jewelry I want in order, you know, if I was going to be cool enough to send it back. So I got my dream ring from him. Thank you, Bill. He actually, all I wanted was just this ring. No stones, nothing else. Everything else was his doing that he did just for me as a little extra surprise. He asked me what my birth month was, and that's how he figured out my birthstone. But very awesome, cool guy. He put yellow citrine in it. He put 18 karat gold on the teeth, in the cheeks, in the temples. You know, like I said, all these are hand stamped, and he also put a whole lot of 18 karat gold on the bottom. It says number 13, nomad, hearts and dollar signs, you know, like he does everywhere else. But on the inside is what's really special to me. It actually has nomad. It has a heart and a dollar sign. It says, one lucky motherfucker. Trust, respect, because he trusted me to give it back to him, and he respects the fact that I did. This here is the number 1 and only one that will ever look like this. So nobody else out there in the world will ever have this ring. It's the first one. I've got my son's name engraved in it right there, Cash. And he also put the date that I met him and we talked about this ring, and it was pretty much born. It says by Bill Wall, 2/14/2018. So Valentine's Day 2018 is when I finally was able to get my dream ring. This is the first time I've taken this ring off in years. I've only taken it off like two or three times before, or 2 or 3 times total. So there's that one. And the only piece of Bill Wall that I have that is not, or piece of jewelry that I have is not Bill Wall, is this. This one is also 62 grams. This is King Baby. It's pretty big and heavy. I like my rings to be big, heavy, bulky. You know, I want people to see it from across the room. So this is just a simple little King Baby ring that I switch up between this one and that one every so often. So you'll notice in my videos you'll see this one, or then you'll see this one. But yeah, this is just a little King. I say little. This is King Baby jewelry. They're pretty well known. They've got a lot of jewelry out there. A lot of people that wear it. A lot of famous people also. So as you can tell, I like nice, big, heavy, high-end custom jewelry. So I'm actually running out of time on my phone, and hopefully I will get to make a more in-depth look at these pieces. I just wanted to get them out there so you guys can take a look at them. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks.